The Ash, Lutzi and Susie Snackbox.
I tried something different yesterday, and tell me if I can claim it as a full success. But I tried a 24-hour fast that because I never eat breakfast, and I'm trying to lose weight now. I'm going, okay, I'm gonna go for it between now and when we break up our last show, which is 5 weeks, is it? So I'm going to try and stay as disciplined as I can there.
Susie knows how many days.
Yeah, she'll count down the hours. She's got a little clock there. She's just ticking off as she goes through. But I've been seeing all of these benefits of fasting, and I don't know if it's the new rage.
Michael Mosley, I reckon, started it. The guy that died recently. He started the 5
that's not a
and
good
2.
sign, is it?
No, but he didn't die of starvation. He died of heat stroke.
Yeah. Oh, the guy that went walking overseas.
Yeah.
I actually saw the one that pushed me into it was I saw Dana White, the head of the UFC.
Oh, yeah.
He did a fast last week. He went like a 72-hour fast, where the first day that he did it was just all water, and then he had some bone broth or something, just with a little bit of protein that he had for like days 2 and 3.
Terrific way to live.
Yeah.
And
He must be so happy.
Juice as well. Like I've seen one just yesterday with Peter Evans, and you can actually go to his retreat and do a 5-day juice.
Well, I'm off him. Now you're being ridiculous.
Yeah.
If you're bringing Pete Evans into the conversation, come on. He's got nuts. We all know that.
Well, he's not fat. I'll give him that.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, he's not.
He's still mad. He's never been fat.
No,
He's a little fella.
Exactly.
So how long since you last ate?
So it would have been, because I cheated a little bit because I had...
you ate.
I know exactly what you did.
What?
Well, milking your coffee is a cheating, isn't it?
Well,
is it?
yeah, but I hadn't decided I was really going to do it there. So technically, yes. Okay, this is what I had. I had milk in my coffees yesterday, which I've had today too, like a splash of milk. But come on, man.
Yeah.
Like, come on. I mean, what am I?
Pete Evans doesn't have milk in his coffee.
Okay,
He doesn't have milk, I don't think, because he's anti-milk.
Yeah, I didn't have as much milk, to be fair, because there was none here yesterday.
So no dinner last night?
No dinner last night, but I had...
Oh, my God.
Which I found that was the hardest thing.
How do you get to sleep if you don't eat dinner?
That was the hardest bit, actually, and I found myself that I stayed up watching these movies, but I just did... but then I fell asleep, and I've woken up this morning, and you guys just ordered your breakfast then, and I actually don't feel like... I'm not hungry.
It's not a problem for you to
now.
not have breakfast, not as if you sit around whining about it.
I don't really have breakfast or lunch, to be honest. Like a lot of the times I don't have breakfast or lunch, but then I just smash dinner. I get to dinner and I'm like, oh, come on, you've been going for a long time.
I'll tell you my problem with it. In general, I thought this. You line up 100 experts in nutrition or whatever the bloody hell they call each other.
No.
100 of them.
Yeah.
And you go to the first one, what you just said. The second one, I go, no. This, and this.
Yeah.
Okay, right, that's it, is it? Okay, third one. No.
Yes. Yeah.
And all 100 of them would say something different.
Yeah.
So how the bloody hell are you supposed to know? And there'll be people in their cars right now going, I'm going to ring up and tell them this is how you do it. And then the next person will go, no.
No, I'm dancing with you on that. I know.
Like, why can't we just work out the way to do it?
Well, I just figure at the very least...
I don't know why I'm so angry.
Weight loss would come down to, calories in, calories out. And if you're not putting the calories in...
Number 6 says that.
Then
Number 7 goes, no.
Yeah, no, you need this and that. I don't know. So anyway, I gave it a go. But...
How often are you going to do it? Do you reckon like once a week?
Well, I don't know. I don't know.
Okay.
I haven't really... I kind of did it just for the challenge of it, just to see, because I'd sort of gone so far in the day. I went, I'll give it a go. And I'm just interested to see, but I had a good night's sleep, and I've woken up this morning, and as I said, I don't feel hungry.
There's that theory of, your body, give your body a rest from processing food and things like that, and that then this is just a theory, not mine necessarily, but I've heard it, and then that if bad cells are starting, like for example, maybe cancer cells, this is not doctor advice, that your body will start eating the bad stuff in your body. You know what I mean? Because it's not spending the energy digesting your food.
Yes.
Have you heard that?
Oh, no. But
it's like Pac-Man going and eating up all the bad stuff in your body.
Yeah. Well, I've heard that as soon as you get hungry, it'll start eating away at your fat first, whether it,
Oh, yeah, that's true.
And do that.
I've heard that.
Yes. So anyway, work in progress.
That's what number 9 says.
Yeah.
The Ash, Lutzi and Susie Snackbox. I said burn!
It's cold in here. I said there must be some content in the atmosphere.
That's my favourite part of this segment.
Peaks early, doesn't it?
No. I'm cracking jokes.
Come back
Come
here,
on.
guys.
I love talking to you guys. All right, who's going first?
Nick will. All right, here we go. 5 seconds, Nick, to pitch your story. Starts now.
Art versus commerce. Why the Aussie #1 artist made no money from their biggest hit.
Who's our number one artist? Anyway, don't answer that.
Interesting.
Interesting.
All right, Lockie, with a big smirk on your face. Starts now.
A-list celeb misses out on top prize in his very own lookalike competition.
Really?
Pretty funny.
Oh, I saw this one.
So did I, actually.
Yeah.
There we go, Nick.
I don't know.
Yeah.
We all don't know what it is.
Because I know it, I'm going to go Nick as well.
That's
Yes.
fine. I can't wait. It sounds like Nick is going to do like an editorial based on that headline. So I'm looking forward to this.
Oh, no.
You
What
get
are
a
you
long
choosing,
version.
Lutzy?
Well, it doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't matter. No. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'd rather not, go into...
Sounds like Lockie just did an editorial on my editorial, so...
He doubled down.
Okay, so you'd imagine if a song you made 15 years ago had received 2.5 billion views on YouTube, taking out Triple J's Hottest 100 back in the day, you'd think you've probably made a bit of cash from it. Got yeah, correct.
Oh, my God.
Yes, straight away, Lutz.
How'd you
Nice.
Well, I just thought Hottest 100. And,
See, the musical knowledge runs deep here.
Kimbra. Now, does she have any...
Yeah, no, she was a part of this, and she's a small reason for it. But Wally DeBacker, aka Gotti, who was responsible for one of the biggest songs, it's still a massive song.
His name's Wally Tobacco?
Well, DeBacker.
Dubacco.
DeBacker.
Dubacco.
Yeah.
Wally Dubacco.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Cool.
Yeah, so anyway, that song came out 15 years ago. There we go. Still goes off.
Huge track.
Now,
How many years ago was it, did you say?
15 years ago,
God.
2011 Hottest 100. So it would have come out, about 2010 or so. Now, obviously, great music video as well, Lottie, I'm sure you'd know.
Yeah, the sort of sped up painting of the back.
Correct, yes.
Yeah.
Now, he chose at the time, and this is art versus commerce here, he chose not to put ads on that video. So YouTubers make all their money from ad revenue. Now, I did the math. If you were to have a video of 2.5 billion views, you should have earned somewhere between $2 to $7.5 million from that video alone.
Stop
That's
it.
nice.
He made the conscious choice
Oh, jeez
not to do that.
Why?
Well, just one, because he just wanted...
Purist.
Yeah, he's just a purist. And that's the thing, which is actually very refreshing to hear. In fact, there's a couple...
It was his only hit.
Well, unfortunately, maybe he was betting on himself a little bit too much, thinking there'll be a bit of follow-up here, but unfortunately not. Look, there's other reasons as well. The guitar, there's a little guitar riff in there, only 2 seconds used, but still he offered to pay the Brazilian composer of it 50% of the pie. So money from that,
Gone.
from the
He's doing
royalties
that.
goes there.
What about Kimbra?
50%?
Kimbra gets some of the royalties too. He gave it all out.
What about Baba Black Sheep?
Or Baba Black Sheep as well, which is part of that. He's aware. There's another reason. He goes, I use some of that melody, therefore I'm not gonna try and claim it as my own. He even lets people use it in films for free. So even student films. So
What?
yep. He will if you say, hey, I want to use somebody that I used to know, he will say yes, because he just wants to add to the art community. And
Jeez.
we just don't
perfect for your film, Ash.
absolutely.
They try to some band try to sting you $50K on it. From
Yeah,
memory,
yeah, that's expensive.
Using
That
some-
stuff adds up.
using a song.
What's he up to now? Does he still
He's
sing?
He's just chilling. He's got his own music label, which is just going on
Mate,
behind the scenes.
yeah,
Now,
mate, he's happy with
the
it.
song made a bit of a comeback earlier this year. Fisher was spinning it, and a fair few remixes have come back. So I don't know. Do you take the money, or does your song stay in the atmosphere forever?
You can have both, can't you?
Oh yeah,
He's still worth, I just had a look. He's worth 10 million. So
Oh, so
he's
he's
still
obviously
pretty
made
good.
some
Oh,
yeah.
money somewhere
Oh, okay.
along the line.
But he could have made more.
Could have made more, but hey, that's okay. It's a good story. It's a
Yeah.
good story. Well done, gotcha.
The Ash, Lutzy and Susie Snackbox.
We're doing 6 weeks of Susie celebration. We're sort of counting down, Susie, the days until you leave us at the end of the year, November 28th, your final show. We're also kind of going back into the archives and having a look at some of your favourite moments. I asked you yesterday, like, if you had some things that kind of stood out, and you mentioned that you had a ferry back in Sydney Harbour. It was a little bit before my time. What was that about?
So I got a boat named after me in 2001. Oh, the
There
bell.
it is, yeah.
And then we actually did 2 trips down to visit the boat. The first one was a 20-year anniversary of it. I remember we took listeners down. It was really fun. Remember we took...
That was when we went to that hotel, isn't it?
Boss's Bay Hotel. We did.
Right.
On the ferry, I think. So we
did too.
Yeah, we did. We took about, I want to say 20 listeners down. I don't know, I can't remember. And we all caught the ferry across to Watson's Bay, had lunch. And then that's the same one we also, did we go to see
That wonderful musical?
the musical, or was that the second trip to the boat? Anyway.
Wasn't that a Snorefest?
What did
That was the first one. First trip.
Hamilton.
The first trip,
that's right.
Hamilton.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Yeah, we did Hamilton. It was a good weekend.
It was a
in
good weekend
Sydney.
though, yeah.
It was fun. So,
Well, let's relive it.
Yeah, let's.
A little minute montage.
I don't work for the other boat, but we are currently on the Susan O'Neill, a boat that started 20 years ago after the Sydney Olympics, and today we have the actual Susan O'Neill.
So fun. So much fun.
What was it like? What was it like, Suze, when, it's a huge ferry. I don't know how big it is. It must be like 60 metres or something, all right? It's got your name emblazoned all over the front, going through the harbour. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, it felt fun. Felt fun. 'cause-
Surreal?
Surreal. Because remember we got the boat to ourselves on the way home from lunch, and so he took us for an extra little spin under the harbour bridge and Opera House, and it felt weird.
Suze drove it as well. So you can go very fast, though. Wasn't the captain telling you to go faster?
Yeah, because you can go faster if you want. And I'm like, no, there's a sailing boat. You can see a sailing boat.
Miles away.
You steer it with a little joystick. I was talking to the guy while he was parking it, and I said, "Can you talk while you park?" And he's like, "Yeah."
Yeah, wow.
it was fun.
So that was back in May 2021.
Oh, wow. I remember some of the listeners that went down. The 2 hairdressers, remember? That's all.
Don't remember
Bambi
that.
and Beck.
Don't remember that at all. But there was other people, when I was making that speech at the start, that was because there was a real ferry ride. Like, there was actual real people on there.
yeah.
Normal, non-Nova people.
Non-Nova people.
So I just stood up and went, hey, everyone, like, who's this idiot? And then you just sort of stood there waving.
More front than
a lot of them
Maya.
were like Japanese tourists, had no idea who you were. It was very confusing for the people, that's what I'm saying.
The video of it is up now.
Yeah.
And remarkably,
Yes.
What?
I'm wearing the exact same shirt this morning as I was.
No
I
way.
swear to God, the exact
Are you joking?
same.
What,
No,
the jumper or the shirt?
no, this green shirt.
Oh, yeah, that shirt. You do wear
This
that a
is
lot.
shirt here. Yeah.
That's pretty funny.
I need a new wardrobe.
Head to Ash Lutsey and Susie O'Neill on Instagram to have a look. Maybe tomorrow we can, because I went down with you guys for the retirement
I
of it.
thought you were on that one.
Nah, it was a little bit before my time. But remember we went down.
Still
It
at
was
school.
it was retired.
Yeah.
Not long after that.
That was when we got the bell.
You're gonna take the bell with you, I presume. There's no point in being in here if you're not here.
Well, I don't know. What do you
Where are you
think?
going
What
to
do
put that in
think?
your house? I mean, you got room.
Put the front
Could be
door.
a doorbell.
What are you going to do with that big picture?
Oh, yeah.
I'm happy to leave that.
There's a
somewhere else.
huge picture.
Yeah.
I'm not going to take that home, but I understand you don't want it here, but that's fine. We can we can do something with it.
Oh, wow. Jeez. Ash doesn't want it here.
The Ash Lutsey and Susie Snackbox.
Well, the movie I was watching last night was it's a Netflix one, and it's called The Swimmers. Have you seen this?
Oh no, is it about Israeli swimmers?
Or Syrian refugees?
Yes.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I have seen it. It's excellent.
Yeah.
What, Olympic swimmers?
Well, it's a true story, so that's that gets you in. But it's like
Is this a recommendation station?
Oh, what are you going off half-cocked for if you recommend it?
It either is or it isn't.
yeah, go on.
Recommendation station. Recommendation station.
What's your station?
Yeah, so this is
Tell me what's
this is
your
a film. It's
station.
been out for a couple of years, but it's a real life story.
They went to Rio Olympics.
They did.
Those 2 swimmers.
Yes, which I didn't know. I wasn't sure if I was going to mention that or not because it kind of, it's the film sort of hinges on it. I wasn't aware of the story when it actually unfolded. But yeah, I mean it's been documented, and I actually just watched
Spoiler alert,
her
they
heat
get there.
from the But yeah, she gets there. She's a Syrian refugee, which is like. They have to flee their country, these 2 sisters, and all one sister in particular, it's her dream to get to the Olympics. And what they both have to go through, gave me, pardon my ignorance, but the insight into the life of a Syrian refugee trying to make it into another country. They finally make it into Germany, but
How tough was it? They get coached by Don Talbot at some point?
No, they're actually
Nice.
they're actually coached by their father.
Oh, right.
And he's hardcore.
Bit docky.
No. No,
Somewhere in between.
Yeah, he puts everything on the line for them.
Right.
You know what I mean? But they have to leave home. And anyway, it's a pretty good film. And the fact that it's a true story, she represented the refugee countries, so the countries that.
They fly under a different flag.
Yeah.
What Olympics?
Rio.
Yeah, because that's only happened.
I think Rio was the first
recently,
Olympics
right?
that happened. Yeah. And then it might have happened again in Tokyo and even in Paris.
Paris definitely was there in Paris, I think.
It's a pretty harrowing story. I didn't realise the
man.
plight of a refugee exactly either, to be honest.
I mean, what they go through, the things they have to do. Like her and her sister, actually, when they're trying to get smuggled into Greece, I think it was, and they actually swam alongside the boat because the boat was sinking to make it into shore, just to try and lighten the load.
Lucky they were swimmers.
Yeah. Yeah, but anyway, I'd give it a go. Just the fact that it's a true story, and
Can we watch it?
Oh, Netflix.
Netflix.
Netflix deal, The Swimmers.
Perfect.
Just quickly on that note, this is not a recommendation, but I got into a movie thing last night.
Stop the music.
Stop the music.
Yeah.
That's
I started watching the last Rifleman, which is like what's his name that played James Bond, the old bloke, Pierce Brosnan.
Daniel Craig.
Pierce Brosnan.
Oh yeah.
And it's like him going an old time, a 90-year-old going back to like trying to get back to France for D-Day commemorations because he was a soldier. So I watched it; it was all right. But then another one came on called The Last Rifleman, and I started watching it, and it's exactly the same premise of the film.
Same name. What was the first one called?
No, one was different names.
Oh, right.
But the second film was exactly about.
Was it a remake?
I don't know. It was exactly. I thought this
Wow,
was
that's
going to be
weird.
familiar, and it was exactly the same thing. Some old coot going over back to D-Day things, and then becomes a hero, and he comes back to home. Exactly the same film, back to back. Very strange.
Did you
Not
hang in there?
recommended.
No.
The Ash, Lutzi and Susie Snackbox.
Quite often you get that thing, where you get so nervous you're going to, what's it called? Choke. You feel like you're not going to be able to do what you're going to do. But I don't think I had a lot of those when I was in high
Competing?
school. No, thankfully. The closest I probably got was, to be honest, later on in my career when I got so nervous. But the reason I'm segueing and saying that is because there was a singer overseas who was singing on a TV show. It was an election, like a live election with the also-rans for the presidential election. Her name is Loomis, and she had to sing the national anthem at the beginning of the telecast. Now, in her defence, she did not know it was live, apparently. But she
Hang
got
on, is this in America?
in America.
This is a presidential thing.
Yeah, they also ran, so not the, Trump and Harris, it was like the third rate. Equal
Right.
Elections Foundation debate featuring third-party presidential candidates.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so it's a live telecast.
So the name of the party is not the Also Rans.
No,
You added that.
no. But they're not the,
Yeah, so it's
The
live.
main
It's
features.
live streaming essentially, and
Yeah.
maybe on television somewhere.
well, I said it was on TV, yeah.
Okay.
And she apparently on Fox News Digital, and she did not know apparently that it was going to be, so maybe it was on the digital
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
But this is her, she starts the anthem and she gets too nervous. I've got the audio of it.
Can I go back, please? I got too nervous. Gave proof through the night.
Well, as soon as she starts, it's too high.
Yeah.
For her.
She's never going to make it.
What's she going to
She's
do?
bursting valves, and she's not even at the top bit of the song.
Yeah, but that, I think everyone can relate to that you get nervous doing something. But this has gone viral now around the world. Like we're talking about it at prime time on
8:20.
on a Nova radio station this morning, and she just thinks that she got up that morning and was like, oh, get to sing the national anthem.
Who is she? Is she like a famous singer over there, or is she
I
just?
don't think so. Her name's Loomis.
Well, let's find out. She joins us now. Loomis.
The Ash, Lutzi and Susie Snackbox.